What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including some last second Money in the Bank rumors. As have WWE changed who's winning? Is LA Knight's push in jeopardy? Brock Lesnar returning at Money in the Bank? Is Drew McIntyre gonna be there? Dynamite Ratings Dud? Solo Sikoa will leave Roman Reigns, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at last second Money in the Bank rumors. Now, topping today's news are several rumors on Money in the Bank, which is just a day away, including surprise wins and a righteous return designed to lead into SummerSlam. First, will the WWE change who's winning? Is Vince McMahon going to change the winners for this year's Money in the Bank? If you've been keeping up on our news, you've now heard Vince McMahon seems to be taking a larger role in WWE's creative process and making last minute changes. While specifics are nigh impossible to come by due to the secrecy involved in wrestling, there have been several instances where match finishes were changed due to odds makers favoring a wrestler to win a match. Could this happen again at Money in the Bank? Well, our next report should answer this question, as is LA Knight's push in jeopardy? Knight continues to get over with the WWE Universe, and the current belief is that he'll win this year's men's Money in the Bank match. However, could LA Knight's push come to a halt thanks to one Vincent Kennedy McMahon? Former WWE writer Freddie Prinze Jr. seems to think so, and shared this terrifying thought during an episode of his Wrestling with Freddie podcast. Here's what's creepy is that your fear, it's not that I think this, I know for a fact that your fear is 100% warranted, because I've seen Vince know what the crowd wants and then not give it to them on purpose and laugh about it. If Vince McMahon is going to go along with Knight's push, that doesn't mean he'll win the Money in the Bank. Rumor has it they've discussed giving Logan Paul the briefcase thanks to his mainstream publicity. Next up, Brock Lesnar returning at Money in the Bank. Another big rumor is that Brock Lesnar will show up in London town to set things up for a rematch against Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. WRKD Wrestling recently tweeted, Brock Lesnar is expected to appear at Money in the Bank to set up a third gimmick match with Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. There have been rumors of a Brock vs Cody rubber match at the WWE's biggest party of the summer, with speculation that the two will battle in a bull rope match. If the Beast does appear, will he cost Cody his match against Dominic Mysterio? If this happens, expect Dom to be even more braggadocious than he's ever been, as he's just beaten a huge main eventer of Cody Rhodes. Well, regardless of the circumstances. Next up, no Drew McIntyre at Money in the Bank. Speaking of returns, PW Insider's Mike Johnson is reporting that the rumored return of Drew McIntyre at Money in the Bank is unlikely to happen. Nothing new that we've heard. There were some in the company confident he will be back with the current UK tour and Money in the Bank, but he's not on tour, and some of those same sources were far less confident in recent days, as we mentioned in the Elite section. There were rumours earlier this week that the Scottish Warrior would return during WWE's UK live events leading up to Saturday's PLE. If they have decided to pull the trigger and bring him back Saturday, it's being well hidden thus far. Is the WWE keeping Drew well hidden? If the company wants to have his return be a surprise, it would make sense to keep fans guessing, since a live event appearance would presumably give fans an inkling that McIntyre is back. In the meantime, be sure to check out our news and rumors video on Money in the Bank, as well as our predictions. Of course, we'll have a full recap of the show, including the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. Next up, Austin Theory's next opponent revealed. While Money in the Bank is the current focus of WWE talk, the promotion is already looking ahead to SummerSlam, not only with Cody Rhodes, but possibly with Austin Theory. The current US champion has been riding high for months now, and his recent draft to SmackDown hasn't slowed down his momentum a bit, including his recent win over Sheamus. While Theory seemed to throw back Sheamus' challenge for the US title, the Celtic Warrior may be just getting started. Better Wrestling Experience is reporting Theory Sheamus worked after Money in the Bank could lead up to SummerSlam. You may be wondering why the WWE would have Theory defeat Sheamus only to have him feud with him. If BWE's report is accurate, it's just a reminder of Vince McMahon's role in creative, as Triple H went out of his way to avoid monotonous rematches. Next up, Dynamite Ratings Dud. As bad news for AEW as its 28th June edition of Dynamite tanked in the ratings. WrestleNomics reported this was Dynamite's lowest total viewership since May 3rd and its lowest 18 to 49 viewership in its normal time slot since June 20th, 2020, 3 years ago. Compared to last week, Dynamite was down 10% in total viewership, among 18 to 49 viewership was down 28% from last week's 436,000. Despite the ratings and demo difficulties, Dynamite is still ranked number 3 on cable last night. Collision's second week saw a drop-off in ratings compared to the debut, and this has led to debate whether AEW is too much TV time to interest fans. Next up is the rumored Bray Wyatt sighting real or is it fake? What's going on with superstar Bray Wyatt, and could a recent photo posted online be a hint he's returning to the ring soon? As fans wonder when Wyatt is returning to action, a photo has surfaced showing a jacked Wyatt, with some fans claiming it suggests his return is imminent. However, Wrestle Talk noted on 29th June a new photo was shared on Twitter with Wyatt looking well in a US eatery, and the image has gotten WWE fans talking. However, a bit of internet research has revealed that the exact same photo was previously posted by Lucha Libre Online Facebook page back in May of 2020. While there are members of the universe eager to have Bray back, it appears this photo is no evidence of any imminent return. As we noted in our Money in the Bank news and rumors video, the WWE could prepare for Wyatt's return by planting video clues at Saturday's show, especially if it wants Wyatt back in time for SummerSlam. Next up, major changes coming to Raw. Is WWE shaking things up on Raw? Well, that's a report coming from Meltzer. We were told that the merger not being finalized is holding up major changes happening, but there's still talk of at least exploring major changes for Raw with new ideas when the merger takes place. Unfortunately, as usual, Meltzer didn't elaborate on what these so-called major changes are. Recall past rumors that it might make its third hour of Raw more violent. However, this isn't the first time fans have heard about this about Raw. They experimented with the Red Brand's third hour a few years back when it introduced Raw Underground and Raw Dark. If the WWE is changing up Raw, let's hope it's something more thought out than Raw's ridiculous underground fight or just turning the lights down. Next up, spoiler, is Triple H preparing a tag team for big things? It looks like Triple H has big plans for NXT tag team with an upcoming match on this Tuesday's edition of the Black and Gold brand fueling talk. Now, spoiler alert, Dave Meltzer discussed that Creed's recent Loser Leaves NXT match lost to the Diet and how it suggests the talented twosome are headed to the main roster. After the Creeds lost, they left them in the ring and the fans chanted "Thank you Creeds," so the fans all assumed that they were being brought back to the main roster. That would be the impression everyone would have, although internally they are keeping it quiet for the next week or so, and some people directly involved have been told it's all an angle, but there could also be people being told that to keep it from getting out. The finish of the match ended in controversy due to outside interference, which could weigh away to bring the Creeds back. The team's NXT future appears to be unknown, with Meltzer adding, "But I was told it would be clear in about 10 days or 2 weeks what the real story is, but to the fans live, they certainly treated it like they were leaving. Everyone loves Julius Creed because of his size and the freak athletic things he can do. The thing is, they should either try to debut him as something special off the get-go, and his talking is there now, but he's still green at other things, and I'd have waited until he was a finished package and to push him and his brother as superstars rather than just normal call-ups." The main roster has seen several NXT call-ups, and as we explored in our video on Triple H's roster problem, there's a case to be made that Raw and SmackDown have too much talent. And finally, Solo Sikoa is leaving Roman Reigns. Last but not least, the Usos are delivering a spoiler concerning their baby brother Solo Sikoa and Solo's partnership with Roman Reigns. WWE aired a video of Jay and Jimmy training for Saturday's match against Roman and Solo, with Jay commenting, "He'll smarten up, he's gonna smarten up, just like we left his ass. Solo's gonna get smart too and leave his ass too, cause that's what Roman's been doing lately, mistreating us man, to stay on top." As some fans feel it's just a matter of time before Solo retires of Roman Reigns' arrogance and destroys their tribal chief. Some of these fans are also predicting Roman's next opponent could be Solo Sikoa, the man who has saved his undisputed championship more than once. But there you have it folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.